What's up, YouTube? So today we're going to be talking about something I'd rather not talk about, but I felt the need to talk about it because it sucks, but sometimes in life we all can make mistakes. Things can happen that we don't exactly plan on happening. Things that we really don't want to do ends up happening, and even if you've done something 1,000 times and you are decent at it, sometimes things can go wrong. And in the world of IT, it's really not fun when you make a mistake. I don't want to go too much into details why I'm making this video today, but let's just put it this way. I made a mistake today, and it didn't result in anything terrible, absolutely terrible. The mistake was resolved, and everything was okay. But it really made me think about ways I can avoid doing that mistake. And let's start talking about mistakes done in the IT world, where you kind of try to just learn from what you do. First of all, the first thing to do, especially with everything that you do, is you always need to really research before you end up applying and doing what you want to do, even if you've done it before. I would highly suggest anybody who hasn't done something in a long time or a while still go ahead and Google, research, do what you need to do. Unless you've been doing it, every single day of your life, just go ahead and reread it. It's always good to do that. That is something that just makes sense to me, and you probably should continue to do that. The second thing is, it's okay to make mistakes, but you really, really, really should learn from what you did wrong. And that's the hardest thing. You don't really want to repeat something that you've done before. And I know this doesn't really have to always apply to IT, but I mean this is literally something that I think anybody can relate to, why it's bad to make mistakes. You really should write down what you did wrong and what you plan on doing to fix what you've done wrong in the future, so that way it doesn't occur again. I really have learned, unfortunately, a couple times the hard way about making mistakes, and in terms of doing this stuff, I've found personally that documenting my mistakes helps me go back and say, oh yeah, I remember that I did something that I wasn't supposed to do. I remember that I shouldn't have done something that I was going to do, and I will go ahead and not do that again. And that's part of one thing that I want to say that will help you guys in your fields, whether it be IT or anything, to realize that you will indeed make mistakes. It's not going to change. It's kind of what ends up happening. Now, the idea is that you obviously learn from it. So that's the biggest thing. Write it down. Write the fact that you did something wrong down. I certainly did. And just try to fix it. Don't do that same error again. And I didn't say era, I meant error. I'm tired. Again, so please understand that that's one thing you really, really need to do. The other thing is that if you make mistakes, don't do what I used to do and what I still try not to do, is think about the mistake that you've made all the time and let that get clouded in your way to trying to figure out something else. And that's something that I personally struggle with, is I just keep thinking about what I've done wrong. Maybe that's part of the reason why I'm making a YouTube video today. But anyways, you make mistakes, and the best thing is to obviously apologize for what you've done and to come clean with the mistakes that you've done, and not to keep it, basically inside, which is probably one of the worst things you can do for this. So, needless to say, this was just a really quick video. I want to keep this channel active and not make the mistake of letting you guys down, letting other people down, and not continuing my content. So this was just a quick video on some of the things you should do. First of all, obviously, understand that it's okay to make mistakes. Second of all, learn from your mistakes. And third of all, obviously document them down before you do it, so that way you can always look at your notes beforehand. And I guess the last thing I should say, and this is not in any particular order because my brain is shot at this point, but obviously before you do anything, just go ahead and research, even if you haven't done it in a while, and look at your notes. Look at notes, take notes, keep it cool, and definitely subscribe and watch more content if you like these style of videos. I will be doing the podcast very soon. and we'll keep this going. Thank you guys and everyone for watching these videos. I really do mean this. I really appreciate everything that everybody has watched. Even if I can get one view on this video, it's better than nothing, and it really, really helps. So thank you guys, and we'll continue these videos.